one life, one decade, one chance to grow while it still matters. Welcome back for day 146 of completing my 20s. Got a kind of a late start today. It's 10 o'clock on the dot, so I'm gonna go get some breakfast up there, and then I'm gonna hit the gym. Today is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Got some yogurt and granola here for us. And wow, it is raining outside. I didn't even realize. It's pouring outside. But one thing I did want to talk about while I'm here, and I got you guys, this is just something I was thinking about this morning as I was making my breakfast, is a lot of people ask me, do you need pre-workout? Or do you have to go to pre-workout? Because I'm about to go to the gym and I saw pre-workout. I was thinking about this. And, to all the people out there who don't take pre-workout, no hate or shade on you. But in my eyes, with pre-workout, you're able to push yourself a lot farther than you would without it. And it literally has to do with the science behind the beta-alanine and the caffeine that it uses to actually exhaust your muscles as much as you can. So my reasoning of going to the gym is to push myself as hard as I can and trade until failure on every rep so I can proceed to see muscle growth. And I can't do that if I'm not even putting myself in a position for my muscles to get fully fatigued. So if you're ever questioning taking pre-workout, try a few out there because some of them are really strong and things like that. But I think caffeine and beta-alanine are some of the best supplements you can take in order to continuously see proper muscle growth in your body. But I'm gonna eat this yogurt and granola real quick and then head to the gym. All right, guys, I'm in the car about to be on the way to the gym. The only thing I came on here to say is drop in the comments, do y'all be getting lit in the car for 10 or 15 minutes before y'all actually, maybe even 20, before y'all get into the gym? Because I be getting lit to some music, especially because I dry scoop and I live 5 minutes away from my gym. So I be chilling at my whip for 10, 15 minutes playing some of my favorite songs and getting lit before I get in there. Let me know if y'all do the same in the comments, but I'm gonna catch y'all at the gym. Alrighty guys, well, I am back home now after the gym, and there was a few things I was thinking about that I wanted to talk to you guys about. The first thing I want to say is, if you're a new viewer here and you happen to be clicking on my video for the first time, my channel is pretty much a series called Completing My 20s, where I am going through my 20s and pretty much trying to be successful mentally, physically, and financially throughout this journey, trying to make smart decisions, starting my own business, and I will get more into details here in just a second. But yeah, that's pretty much for the new viewers what my channel's about. The past videos, I've been kind of deciding how to format my videos, but for about 130 days, if you go back, I have videos every single day of me pretty much just going day to day, reflecting and working, going to the gym, and just working on other stuff as far as creating these videos and things like that. So I am going kind of back to that format, but what's recently changed is during I was making those videos, I was employed for a glass company, and just recently I got fired because they found out I was starting my own glass business. So I have been talking to you guys about that,
but it's been a while. So for my new and old viewers, I've gotten dismissed from my job because I was talking to vendors, and I'm working on starting my own business. So I have all the LLC set up underneath of the government done, so I'm official, and I had to call like 20 vendors because in this business, since it's so niche, because it's for shower glass for bathrooms, it's so niche to where the competitors and these vendors only want to sell to these bigger companies like the companies I worked for because they have so much business already. So I was calling around to like the main vendors that we worked with, and just everywhere from Chicago to all the way Louisville, Lexington. I'm from like Cincinnati area, everywhere in Ohio, and I found a vendor in Indiana, and I finally got connected with them yesterday. So I'm officially connected with a vendor. And then that same day, my mom is the assistant manager at the tile shop, so she sent me all her contractors, and I wrote up a message to send to all of them to let them know that I'm willing to work with them on my next job. And so I pretty much have done everything I can aside from just maximizing my advertising. And so I'm still working on that. There's a new build, so as soon as they get a little bit more finished, I'm going to go knock on their door and talk to them. So I'm kind of just taking you through the process of what I've been doing as far as setting up this business. So if you guys are thinking about setting up your own business, kind of all the stuff you have to do. I mean, the day that I had to call all the vendors, I literally wanted to quit because nobody, they knew I was young and they knew that I was starting out, and for them, it's just not worth their time to even work with someone like that. So I called so many people, and it was a no after no, or I'll hold on, or I'll call you back. And with the holidays, it was just jumping through hoops. But it was finally worth it with the vendor I got connected with because they gave me the cheapest price, even cheaper than what the original best vendor I thought could give me. So that's nice. Now I just need to learn how to transfer my drawings into CAD images so I can send it to the vendor when it's time to order, and then figure out also where I'll be getting my hardware from, like the hinges and handles. So as I figure those things out, I'll let you guys know. But before I figure those things out, I kind of want to find a job first, and I'll just tell them that I'm a little bit booked out because it's my first job and I'm going to take my time with things. So that's kind of how I'll do that. So when I get my first job and I go to make the drawing and transfer the images, and also I'll be ordering the tools, I'll let you guys know everything I get. And I'm even going to probably record maybe my first job and the whole process from meeting the customer to finishing it and uploading it on a separate advertisement channel for that. For Shower Glass on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube maybe. So I'll let you guys know to where you guys can refer if you guys want to see that kind of video too, as far as like the advertisement I'm doing and things like that. But in this kind of business, since it's so niche and things like that, I'm not gonna really find a lot of my customers from making Instagram and Facebook posts. I mean, I could for sure, but right now I'm putting more of my efforts into talking to people, figuring out who's doing bathroom remodels, and kind of just doing it with people who already know me and can trust me because I've done it for so long. And a lot of people do know that I've been doing it for so long and I have a lot of experience, so they can trust me. So that's where I'm at with my glass business stuff, and that's also what's going to be included in this YouTube channel. Now that I'm not working, I will be taking you guys through this journey, and then also my physical journey as far as continuing to grow in the gym and get stronger. So that's why I also included some gym videos. You know, that's kind of like the number one most important thing for me is the health, and that I try, and if anybody needs help, like I feel like I'm most knowledgeable on that. So I like to talk about that and give advice on that, and then overall reflect on my emotions and things that I'm thinking about, so you guys can kind of know what it's like to just be. I mean, so you guys have someone to resonate with, because you know I'm just another 20-year-old, just like maybe anybody's watching, or even if you're not, you know, like I'm sure what I say will resonate with you, and we can kind of relate to each other on some type of shape or form, and just watch each other grow and build a community who all supports each other on this journey to growth. And so another thing I also did want to mention is I have a few loyal viewers on here, and I wanted to know what you guys would like to see in the comments, like what you would like to see in my videos in the future. No matter what, I'm going to keep doing this style of format like today and how I used to do it, where I just kind of take you through my day and just self-reflect and talk about things that I'm doing and thinking about. And yeah, so if there's anything else you guys want to see me learn, because I have a lot more time on my hands now without me having a job, and a lot of doing this business stuff is being patient too. So if there's anything you guys want to see me learn or see more of, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to kind of include that throughout my videos and things like that. And another thing that I also wanted to talk about as well is I was reading this book yesterday called, this is unrelated to anything else, but I was reading this book called The Universal One by Walter Russell. You guys may have heard of it. But one thing that has had me thinking is in this book. Now, this book is about like the universal laws of the world between the mind, body, sex, and science and stuff like that. Like, I don't know exactly, but that's kind of like what it's about. The universal laws of the world. Let's say that. And I haven't really been like actually reading this book page to page, but I was skimming through it yesterday, and it said something that stuck out to me that I had to like analyze and then think about, and then I kind of broke it down myself into my own way of thinking. And it said, man was not created, man is meant to create. And so whether you believe the man was created or not, I feel like the point that he's trying to get across is that it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we were brought here. It's what matters is what we do while we're here. So if you feel like you're questioning a lot of things in your life and what to do and struggling with motivation and discipline and things like that, just remember that we don't have the answers to everything, but one of the best answers is go out and create and feel and do things that us humans were meant to do. I feel like that's what is really important in life, even if it's not the main objective. So that's what I kind of took away from it and how I feel about it. He might meant something a little bit different, but that was kind of my takeaway, and I feel like that's something I feel like I could share with you guys, and it might help you guys out to better understand it. And maybe you guys can check out the book. It's called The Universal One by Walter Russell. And I'll be skimming through this book and sharing some more things, and with other books too as well that stick out to me and kind of my takeaways from it. So yeah, I'm about to go inside. I'm gonna get I got some lean ground beef that I'm gonna heat up on some nachos, eat up, and then kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my day. So it is currently 1:06, so got a whole day ahead of me. So I'll see you guys later. Alrighty guys, so the last time I talked to you guys, I was in the car, and I also asked you guys to let me know what you guys would like me to learn in the comments. I still want you to do that, but I think what I'm going to do is kind of start a series of me learning how to play the guitar. So I've picked it up a few times, I've strummed a few chords, watched a few how-to videos, but in this series I will be at least putting away an hour every single day to learn how to play this for at least a month straight. And my goal with this is to tap into my kind of creative side and do this at least for a month to know what it feels like to actually do some form of art this consistently for this long, so I can kind of figure out where I want to go from there. So for the next month, I will be keeping you guys updated on the progress that I will be, the progress of me learning the guitar. I have an electric and acoustic. My dad was really musically inclined and he loved music, so I feel like it was a good pathway. And I already have a guitar, electric and acoustic, and a Fender here, so I can learn how to play over time, and it's something that I'll always enjoy. And then over time I can kind of figure out where I want to branch this whole creative side of me to, whether it's I want to continue music, do I want to actually decide like then in a month, like, okay, this isn't what I want to do and I want to switch to like fashion and branding. So the whole point of this YouTube channel is to kind of track my creative progress and just me and anything that I do throughout my 20s, that even if it involves me figuring things out as I go. So the first step to learning how to play the guitar is to tune it. So I have a Fender tuner app, and I will be doing that now. I also got me a nice little pick here. Auto tuner, allow. Alrighty, well, I just double checked each one of those and I got them all tuned to my phone standard, so this thing should be all tuned up. And I've watched a few videos, but I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna read the videos that I like, or watch the videos I like, practice for a little bit, and I'll update you guys pretty much after my practice session, and or like I'll after my practice session, but I'll obviously show you guys what I learned while I was practicing. So I'll catch you guys then. Alrighty guys, so I spent some time on YouTube and on ChatGPT kind of figuring out where I should start with this. And when I started before, there was a guy on YouTube that I was following, and I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna follow him and just go with his classes, because he kind of starts off with actually playing the guitar, and then over this period I hope to actually learn how to read music. So but for right now I feel like that's not super important when you don't even know how to play any music. So I've been practicing here for about 30 minutes, and right now I'll show you guys what I'm working on is pretty much going, first of all, holding the guitar. So like here's one chord. One thing I've noticed is down here with my hand, it keeps touching this bottom chord, so it'll like dull out like that. Like that. So I'm trying to keep my bottom hand off of that, and then also making the chords sound full, because sometimes they sound dull on the ones that I'm pressing down. Like that one, my other fingers are also touching the other chords. So strumming each individual chord to make sure I'm doing it correctly. I want to make sure you can actually hear all the notes that I'm playing, and then kind of going back and forth between the same second fret right here. These are the frets, is each square right here. So the second fret, in the video the guy says to just stay in this one and go up and down, holding the two strings in the middle. So like, I mean, starting from the one below the top is where your index finger will go, and then your middle finger on the one below it, and then going down one string, and then kind of switching back and forth. And he said just with that you can learn, like, there's a ton of different songs with just those two chords. So the main thing right now I'm trying to practice is keeping all the chords playing and switching just minimally in the same fret, just downwards, while also maintaining all the strings that you can hear. And so I spent about 20 minutes doing that. I am about to go play some basketball, but when I get back, that's also what I'll be learning and practicing on, if I don't make another video on anything else that I learned in the meantime. And then tomorrow I'll probably watch that second video and probably end up learning how to play a song just with the simple chords that there are. So thank you guys for watching so far on this journey. Please still drop a comment if there's anything else you would like to see me learn in this journey, or something else that's not musically inclined, any type of art or anything. I'm open ears to providing what my loyal viewers have been watching want to see. So thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the day.